Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers at the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. Yes, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel is all about saving life, and that's our main priority here. Yes, we are not beholden to any political parties in Jamaica or anywhere, but we support the party or government who is willing to make Jamaican people's lives better, especially when it comes on to security. We would like to see the culture of the people change, by instilling these youths ethics, moral, decency, truthfulness, and to get rid of all the muck and this culture erosion that has been taken over and infiltrate our people's mind in Jamaica. You understand? So, that's what we're all about here, reading, and these youths need to read more. So, we are all about saving lives here at the channel, at the Jamaica Young Police channel. But some lives are not worth saving. They have lived a parasitic life and were not contributing citizens to the society. Hence, we'd like to find a way to get rid of them by any means necessary. The Jamaica Young Police channel is not for criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, beneficiaries, sympathizers, excuse specialists, and head hunchers in criminal underworld. At the channel, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we aid criminals with a passion. Yes, especially the criminal police officers. If you know an honest criminal, show me. Please. Anyone? Vybz Kartel coughed up 2 cell phones from his rectum last week at the prison. Yes, he coughed up 2 cell phone from his rectum last week at the prison. So that means Vybz Kartel is a rear admiral. Yes, that is correct. Vybz Kartel, a Jamaican dancehall artist, was found to have 2 cell phones hidden in his rectum. At the same time, he was incarcerated at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center in Kingston, Jamaica, popularly known as General Penitentiary. The incident occurred on or about May 17, 2023, based on information received and obtained from reliable source from inside the prison, from inmates who shared the same space with the entertainer. Kartel was subsequently charged with possessing prohibited items and was scheduled to appear in court on May 23rd, 2023. So we don't know if Kartel, so the system work, the prison system work. So them have them own thing. So what happened now? Kartel get 23 hours. Yeah, solitary confinement. In America now, El Chapo, that one a big drug dealer from Mexico. Yeah, Uncle Sam have him in our prison and 23 hours lockdown, and him say I get mad because him don't have anyone. There's no one for him to talk to. Him only have the 4 walls. There's no light in there, no TV, no radio, not even paper. And if you even have magazine, he cannot read them because he cannot see it. So then literally that's how it is. When you go to prison, especially people, you hurt other people. Yeah, that's how it's up. You're not supposed to go to prison and enjoy yourself. It's supposed to be torturous. Yes, we not believe. We not be there. Walk to this, but he's a human being, and the reason why he killed is because when he was growing up, he had a rough childhood, and his parents were poor, and he didn't have much to eat, and all the kind of foolishness that these woke activists and mad people. We don't went into that. Just the same way like how he had killed other people and he enjoyed and stay in a prison, and like how he was planning to kill Mad Dog 6 to kill Isaiah Ling along with Popcorn and Chronic Law. Yeah, it's the same pain them supposed to feel. You understand? Because when they kill people, there's a void that is left for the family. So why? He expects to kill people and him just get away with it. No man, it not work like that. So, we'll continue the journey. So this is not the first time Vybz Kartel has been found to have contraband while in prison. In 2014, he was found to have a cell phone and a charger in his cell. So we have charger in himself. So we plug it in. So them have electric socket in our prison and all them things, so them can have them own TV and why prison like I don't know, because the closest I've ever been to prison, like, the olden era where you drop off a prison them and with them, the sentence where them get from the court. As a young police, them little experience that. So we got district prison and general penitentiary back in the late 80s. So we experience a part of policing, and then to experience different part of it. So, to get, you feel before they decide to, this is the best section for you in a police force because you're more suited for this. You understand? Back in my days, to be a detective, you have to brave, you have to witty, you understand? And it's not like now where any idiot can become detective and them things. But then you have detective, you have to prove yourself, you have to brave. Yeah, not like ugly some, like, a fake soldier. You have to be like, Chris Porter, authentic, in an authentic uniform and authentic gun, authentic soldier, not a fake soldier like Mr. Ugly. You understand? So we'll continue the journey. Kartel latest incident has raised concern about the security of the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center. The prison has been criticized for its lax security measures. In the past, in 2016, a riot broke out at the prison, resulting in the death of one inmate. Boy, that's not bad. One riot supposed to have, that good all 500 or so dead and them thing there. So at least it reduce the prison population, and you have less criminal for release and them thing there. 500, that would be a nice number, based on what's happening in Jamaica. Because most of those guys who are in prison, them are come back on the street and create crime and create havoc, by committing more crime. So the Jamaican government has promised to improve security at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center. However, it remains to be seen whether these measures will effectively prevent future incidents. Vybz Kartel coughed up 2 cell phones from his rectum last week at the prison, and now he is sick because when he coughs, it affects other organs in his body. Unsurprisingly, Vybz Kartel is sick after coughing up 2 cell phones from his rectum. When he coughed, it puts pressure on his internal organs, which can cause several problems. For example, it can cause pain, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. It can also lead to more serious complications such as pneumonia, sepsis, and even death. So when a man put a cell phone in his rectum and everything there, he might result death enough. Just virgin. If you want to use one, you understand, you don't commit crime. Because if you commit crime, you go to prison, you go risk the chance of even death by putting 2 cell phones in your rectum, Rasta. A Vybz Kartel, boy, virgin. I don't know what size of cell phone, what kind of cell phone, but 2. Boy, I know said Joel, them said my name Joel, and them cough up 1 and Tesha, but Vybz Kartel cough up 2, so him have the record. Yeah. So in addition to the physical problems, coughing up a cell phone can also be psychologically damaging. It can lead to feelings of shame, embarrassment, and anxiety. It can also make it difficult to trust others and feel safe in prison. Vybz Kartel is not the first to cough up a cell phone in prison. It is relatively common occurrence. In 2017, Joel Andem, otherwise known as Ballad of the Gideon Warrior, coughed up a cell phone he had swallowed to smuggle into, him swallow the phone in a prison for hide it. Wow, what kind of thing that? Oh, he wanted to swallow it, but he put it in his rectum. Okay, in 2017, Joel Andem wanted to swallow the phone and instead put it in his rectum. So that's when him cough up the phone. So we're gonna give you so. And in 2018, Tesha Miller cough up a cell phone hidden in his rectum. So the man a bad man and put phone in them rectum. Joel and them now, Tesha Miller, Vybz Kartel, So these cases highlighted problem of contraband in prisons. Cell phones can facilitate criminal activity such as drug trafficking and gang violence. They can also communicate with the outside world, making it difficult for prisons to maintain security. To address the problem of contraband, prisons are taking many steps. They are conducting more frequent searches, installing metal detectors, and using X-ray machines to scan inmates and their belongings. Yeah, these are measures that them can use to prevent them things. But I know the prison them, I water them, I carry them in, but them say them have a new way now to bring the phone them. Them use a drone and drop it in a prison. So them have to build the prison them now with roof. You understand? Build a prison with roof, concrete roof and all them things there, and you know, so them can't use a drone and make anything come inside there. That's our next way, you understand? So they are also working to educate inmates about the danger of smuggling contraband into prison. But if you can't educate criminal about the law or what is right. Criminal are criminal, their plans is always to break the law. That's their job, you know. You understand? So despite these efforts, the problem of contraband in prison will likely continue. If there is a demand for cell phones in prison, people will try to smuggle them in. And you know the water them, the correctional officer in Jamaica, they make crazy money, especially at Horizon. And I know that most people didn't even know that them have inflation in a prison. So things that you pay $50 for outside, in a prison are $300 feet. So it's lucrative, you know, big business going in a prison, you know. So it has emerged online that Vybz Kartel, the incarcerated dancehall star, is suffering from an autoimmune disorder known as Graves' disease, which coupled with two alleged heart conditions makes his present situation life-threatening. So broadcaster Lisa Evans, that of Fox 5 New York, said she had obtained a sworn medical affidavit from Vybz Kartel private doctor, endocrinologist Karen Phillips, which outlined that the dancehall star has been battling Graves' disease for 7 years, and that despite being treated, it has not gone into remission. Evers also revealed that the 47-year-old DJ has two heart conditions that are getting worse, and that without surgery you could die. There's nothing wrong. Look how much people Vybz Kartel make dead. That would be, there's nothing wrong with Vybz Kartel. But if him dead from heart disease, that is that kind of that nice scene, you understand? At least you understand what I'm saying. When they're not sleeping, fighting for his life. Yes, it can be dangerous. We do not want to get us a phone call to say because he was under this 24-hour lockdown and unable to breathe that he succumbed to his illness. Kartel's attorney at law, twice convicted international drug dealer and criminal, I don't know, no honest criminal, Isaac Buchanan, warned that during an interview with Evers on Tuesday, Buchanan said he had visited the reputed king of dancehall on Monday, May 29, and reported that he was not in great shape after being locked down for 23 hours a day over two alleged cell phone infraction within 3 days. So wait, and be the man I king of dancehall again. Vybz Kartel, what? Or be the man? Well, be the man. Suppose afraid of Vybz Kartel, because Vybz Kartel, I'm an empire than anybody, you know, because I'm going to be the man so far him to go after, you know, because he's been trying to lick away all bounty killer and Mavard, our dangerous boy, you know, so being the man, better just keep him out locked, you know, else, you know, send out him jackals them for him, you know, you understand? So yeah, so the convicted twice cocaine drug dealer Isaac Buchanan said he had visited the reputed king of dancehall on Monday, May 29, and reported that he was not in great shape after being locked down for 23 hours a day over two alleged cell phone infractions within 3 days. Kartel a bad man, you know, man. Yeah, two. You understand? So, Mr. Palmer's condition is life-threatening. Buchanan said gravely. His face is swollen, and as I said, one of the things is he always wear glasses because his condition causes his eyes to protrude. Also, his eye come out like a pig, like a frog. Yeah, man. Hey, Kartel, I gotta work for you, you know, man. Make you feel it slowly. Kartel's condition is allegedly exacerbated by a 24-hour prison lockdown placed on the DJ following the recent discovery of cell phones within his cell. He is in a cell, and if you can picture a brick oven, because that's how those cells are built, the ventilation is next to none, Buchanan argued. Well, this is an experienced criminal, so I'm supposed to know that this is a man that got prison, two prison going on, got prison in Jamaica and prison in America. So this is a man, a experienced prisoner, international. You understand? So man have experience with the prison them, so him know it go. So him tell you how it works. So we don't know if you've been in the isolation, the lockdown like Kartel, you understand? Because we don't know if he did have any phone in a female rectum too. Because we don't see him, we don't see him, you understand? Because you have to understand, because we see him not leak out on, the people them are straight, and I big up the rear admiral them, so we don't know if I'm an admiral too. Allegedly. So I just say go on them thing. I feel him think that anyway. So Buchanan argued. So grave disease can become fatal when it is left untreated. That is because with the disease, your immune system attacks your thyroid, a small butterfly-shaped gland at the base of your neck. According to medical resources, getting treatment and making the appropriate lifestyle change will significantly improve your outcome and quality of life. Eating foods that have large amounts of iodine, such as kelp, dulse, and other kinds of seaweed, may cause or worsen hypothyroidism. The summertime DJ has had many medical scares over the past decade, often necessitating trips to medical institutions such as Kingston Public Hospital and the University Hospital of the West Indies. There is no evidence that anyone is paying Fox 5 News New York to broadcast about Vybz Kartel. Fox 5 News is a local news station in New York City, and they have a long history of covering stories about Jamaican culture and celebrities. Vybz Kartel is a famous Jamaican dancehall artist who is currently serving life sentence in prison for murder of Clive Williams, otherwise known as Lizard. And Vybz Kartel said Lizard dust him fine like dust. That means that them take him down to one of them places and cremate him. Yeah. So so we know Kartel him do him life sentence to kill Lizard. So his case has been followed closely by the media, and Fox 5 News is simply reporting on the latest developments in his story. Vybz Kartel or his supporters may pay Fox 5 News to broadcast about him. However, there is no evidence to support this claim. Fox 5 News has not commented on the matter, and they have not released any information about their sources. It is also possible that Fox 5 News is simply interested in the story because it is newsworthy. Vybz Kartel is a controversial figure, and his case has been the subject of much debate. Fox 5 News may be open to attract viewers by covering his story. Whatever the reason, Fox 5 News has a right to report on Vybz Kartel. He is a public figure, and his case is newsworthy. It is up to the viewers to decide whether or not they want to watch the news report. Vybz Kartel is a Jamaican dancehall artist convicted of murder in 2014. He is currently serving life sentence in prison in Jamaica. Vybz Kartel is a controversial figure, and his case has been followed closely by the media. There are many reasons why Fox News might broadcast his story, and it's because Vybz Kartel is famous, and we know all of that. So Fox 5 News, the reason why maybe they are broadcasting the story about Vybz Kartel is to raise awareness about the issue of violence in Jamaica. Kartel case is a reminder that violence is a severe problem in Jamaica, and it is something that needs to be addressed. Understandably, the family of Clive Lizard Williams and other victims would wish nothing but the worst for Vybz Kartel. So let's repeat that. This is from the family of Clive Lizard Williams. Understandably, the family of Clive Lizard Williams and other victims would wish nothing but the worst for Vybz Kartel. He was convicted of murder in their loved one's death, and they are understandably angry and grieving. It is important to remember that Vybz Kartel is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. However, the evidence against him was strong and a jury has convicted him of his peer. The family of Clive Lizard Williams and other victims have the right to their feelings, and they should not be judged for wishing ill on Vybz Kartel. However, it is essential to remember that violence is never the answer. Vybz Kartel should be allowed to face justice through the legal system, and he should not be subjected to violence or threat of violence. It is also important to remember that Vybz Kartel is a human being. Human parasite. You understand? But we just do the, that's portray a thing. But yeah, and he's a convicted criminal. He has a family and friends who love him. He has made mistakes, but he is still a person. It is important to remember that everyone deserves to be treated with respect, even those who have done wrong. But I want to believe in that, Yeah, the family of Clive Lizard Williams and other victims are going through challenging times. They are grieving the loss of their loved ones, and they are angry at the person who they believe is responsible for their deaths. It is important to remember that they are human beings and they deserve our compassion and understanding. Yeah, so the victims and people who allege that Vybz Kartel have something to do with the death of their loved one, they are wishing nothing but the worst for him. And we understand how these people feel, because look, it does simply, man, it's one life each person having. So if you take a person's life, everybody, even Stephen, if yours, you lose yours too. So like for most of the people, then this is the closest they're coming to get justice with Vybz Kartel and the grave disease. So I just saw it go. A man live by the sword, you die by the sword. You show love, you get love. You show hate, you get hate. If you kill, people are going to kill you. So I just, you understand. So that's why we must treat each other as you want to be treated. So if you can't just love yourself and not love the next man. You have to see yourself in the other person, and that is what is killing Jamaican people. Jamaican people do not see themselves in another person. As any disagreement, it doesn't matter how minute, are dead if you're dead. And that culture we need. That's why we need to change it. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are not wishing Kartel in the best. We are wish Kartel the same thing, just like what Lizard family and others wishing him. We're not wishing nobody anything best, especially when we know that you are a person who's responsible for taking the lives of other people. All of us, as human beings, have one life. Nobody have two lives. So why you want to take other people's lives? There might be some fear for you to lose yours too. Even Stevens. That's how we see it. You understand? So Vybz Kartel, as Lizard family say, and friends and others, we wish you nothing but the worst. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.